Hi, I'm Paul.
All right. Hello. Hi, Sandy. How are you doing tonight or today? 3:33. What time is it where you're at? It actually got sunny today. Cold. It's I don't know, like 20 something degrees Fahrenheit, but it is sunny. So I'm okay with that. I'm doing okay. I just did another exposure therapy earlier today. Driving and hi Zena, how you doing? How's I was just talking about the weather. It's freaking cold. Snow is melting here. That's good. Yeah, it's melting here as well. It's just really cold. Hi Kelly. How you doing today? Afternoon time. Let's see. It has been it was a good day for a drive. It was being sunny. Hi daydreaming. Good to see you. I um I drove out towards Jungle Gyms, which is like this huge store up here. And Tampa B, hi, I'm here. Hi, Paul. Hi, and everyone. Hello, Tampa. I'm glad you are here. Everyone saying hi to each other. Awesome. So everyone's rolling in. I it's it's been an anxious weekend for me. How about you? Are you all feeling anxiety, depression? What are you going through? I've been really depressed lately and anxious, and it sucks because like a lot of things positive have been happening, but when it's like that like clinical depression kind of stuff, like where it's like not situational, it doesn't get better when things start to change externally. But I also have situational depression, so it's like both, and it makes it tricky. Let's see here, Kelly, depression. Yeah, depression sucks. It's a hard one, and it's one of those that I seem to fall back into, over time, and it's no fun. Definitely no fun. Xena, anxious and mad. Yeah, and that makes for an exhausting combination right there because anxiety takes a lot out of you, and then being angry, being mad, that takes a lot out of you. So it's definitely very draining. I'm sorry you're feeling that way. No fun. Daydreaming, a lot of anxiety. Yeah, same here. Both. Yeah, depression. Yeah. So a lot of people on here is depression and anxiety, and a lot of it seems to go hand in hand. I often notice my anxiety can kick me into a depressive state, because I get down on myself for being so anxious, like I shouldn't be. That's how I feel, and then or if I get, super depressed and I'm withdrawal so much and then I'm not around people, that feeds into my more anxiety stuff. So they can definitely feed each other. And it's not pleasant. So I've been trying to do things to help like kind of a future me have a little bit better life, and at the same time I don't want to do things every day that's going to make my daily life miserable in order to get a potential future, that may or may not ever come. So it's a balance, of finding things that you can do daily that isn't going to wreck your day, but at the same time, it's going to help improve your future, slowly. Let's see. Sandy Winnie, my former shrink said my anxiety causes depression. Yeah, And that's kind of what, yeah, I was saying. It definitely can, I think, and vice versa. They're very interconnected. Tampa B, pain makes me tired. Nothing serious, just nagging. Yeah, it does. It makes you so just ugh, drained. Inappropriate heifer. You changed your picture there. Is that you on a motorcycle? That's pretty cool. I missed my motorcycle. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. One of my old dogs, Temperance, would ride with me. She loved it. It was pretty fun and pretty hilarious. I was thinking, like with um I guess, life can be very hard. And you don't always want to we don't choose to be in this life, right? And I also oftentimes, like, and lately, don't really want to be here. And it's not like, oh, like the world, like my life is like horrible or anything. Like people have it way worse, of course. But like, I don't know, mentally, I guess, along with the situational stuff, it's very overburdensome to where it's like the good does not outweigh the bad. However, like, there's nothing I can do about, like, or nothing I'm going to do that makes it to where, like, I'm not here, right? So since I'm not, I'm like, well, I want to be able to make the best of the situation, whatever that is. And I want to be able to enjoy life as much as I can without over worrying and just over analyzing everything and, quiet the chatter in my mind. And I've learned some different tips and like kind of like things that help me to quiet my mind. And it does help. The anxiety has been a bitch, and especially with the panic attacks and the agoraphobia, and the traffic phobia stuff, like getting out. Those are very like viscerally like rooted, and I'm really working on that through the exposure therapy, which is very exhausting. Like you go and you do the exposure therapy thing, and it doesn't matter if it goes good or bad, however you want to, judge it, which I'm trying to learn not to judge it, but just do it and experience it. And that's my ultimate goal is like I don't want to fear having a panic attack. I don't want to try to prevent having a panic attack. I want to be okay with if I do and just, be able to experience it. So, not judge it. And that's really freaking hard. And I've been trying to do that for a while, but it is it's definitely tricky. But I think that's the only way we kind of can find peace with it because some of us, I think, anyways, are just kind of wired through either, our genetics or our traumas to be hyper vigilant, and that's just how our minds roll now. But we can learn to interpret those feelings and sensations in our body differently. I mean, it's very similar, like I've said before, like working out is very similar. You get excited, you can't breathe as much, you get dry mouth, that kind of stuff. But if I don't experience exercise, I don't experience getting out and doing those things, I notice my anxiety gets heightened and I'm more sensitive to it. So the anxiety is also helped through exercise. And I think it's just because exercise mimics the feeling of having a panic attack very similar. And so it's kind of like breaking that connection in your brain that like, okay, just because I'm breathing heavy and I can't you know, might be a little like really like tired, you might be woozy a little bit, because you're really tired. Or like working out, you need to catch your breath, you need some water, you got dry mouth, and your heart's racing and it's very similar. It's a very similar feeling, at least in my mind. So I guess what I want to do is be able to improve my future that I might have without messing up like my day-to-day life, right? So h- and if it's situational depression or situational anxiety, which I have a lot of that, I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure, we all have a lot of shit going on, right? So we have these situations going on. And people often say, like, well, live in the moment, because anxiety is all about the past and the future. which is very true. But also, if your future or your current situation sucks ass, I don't really want to be in this current situation, you know? I want to be able to like daydream or like, do things that help me escape in a healthy way. But I don't want to do so in detriment of my future, you know? So it's very hard to balance that. And that's where like I started doing my non-negotiables for my daily non-negotiables. So like I kind of sat down, I wrote out, okay, this is my shit situation. This is what I'm in. This is what I don't want to be experiencing, and this is what I want to experience. This is what I want my life to look like. What do I need to do to get there, right? And kind of set out some goals, set out things that need to happen. And then I kind of just narrowed it down to six things that I could do daily that's going to slowly get me to that goal. And then, if I do more than that, that's awesome. But at least every day, I make sure I do those six things, my non-negotiables, so that I know I am getting, on the way to that. And then I have weekly non-negotiables that I make sure I do. And then that way I wrote out a goal, wrote out a plan, and I have that where I don't have to now think about it so much because I'm like, I got it written down here, cool, shut the fuck up. And then I have, these non-negotiables that I can do every day that aren't bad. They're not unpleasant or anything, but they're gonna help me to improve my future if I have one, right? And if I don't, it's not gonna hurt my present. And if anything, a lot of it helps improve my present time too. So it's a win-win. And then after doing that, I kind of think, and this is where I want to get your opinion. After you set those goals, after you have your non-negotiables, you're working towards, that I think it's cool then to kind of like escape reality of your current situation that sucks ass and not live in it, but like, daydream and go work out, go do whatever, but like read books, watch TV, whatever, like escape the current situation because it sucks ass and it's depressing, right? So you want to find some kind of enjoyment in life while you're in this shit situation that you can't control. And I think as long as you have a goal written down and you're doing things each day that's, you know, pushing you towards that, and you have some kind of accountability, whether it's a peer support group or a journal, that religiously, write in and check with, so you keep yourself on track that you don't fall off that because that is a tight line, that like where it could go into bad addictions or it could go into denial, or prolonging the suck you're in. But I don't want to exacerbate, my anxieties and my depression by living in a current situation that sucks ass. So, what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that? It's just something I was thinking about today. All right. Zena, man, I haven't daydreamed in ages. I'm gonna do it today. Yeah, I think it can be very helpful. And I'll tell you, like, I have a happy place like in my brain, like that I created with my therapist. And we I went through I've been through a bunch of different therapy, like EMDR and psycho hypnosis stuff, and then like your regular CBT training. I almost said CBD. No, CPT, and then also dialectic behavioral therapy, and then traditional talk therapy. So I've been through a bunch of different ones, but a few of them, and art therapy. I loved art therapy. But anyways, several of them all have the same idea. Like you create a happy place so that when you're in a super depressed state or you're in a super anxious space, you can pendulate over to that happy place. You have it really burnt in your head. And like my old happy place was with my um soon to be ex-wife. So like and at a picnic area thing, and that happy place is no longer a happy place. So over the last week and a half I've been, I've come up with a new happy place and I've been cultivating that. And I think that's really important to have is like a really vivid, happy place. And then you can practice that at home too by like closing your eyes and envisioning that thing that you're afraid of, or like with phobias, like with traffic or a spider or whatever. And then you think about your happy place and you come over and you feel those good thoughts and you go back and forth and it's, pendulating to help release that dreadful thing and teaches your body that you can go from that stress state to the relaxed state. But it's something just I learned through therapy that I find really helpful. All right, Tampa B. Dang, I keep forgetting to write down those non-negotiables. Yeah, I love my non-negotiables. It's the only thing that's kept me going during all this time because the last 6 months have sucked ass. I mean, this whole year's really been hard, but the last 6 months super sucked ass. And if it wasn't for my non-negotiables, I would be way less weight. Like I want to have a job. Like, like there'd be some I'd just be miserable little dude laying in my bed, because that's what I want to do. I just want to curl up and just, you know, um, life is kicking my ass right now, but I try to do what I can do, and keep accountable to myself. Zena, me too. I'll add that to my ever-growing list. All right, Maya. Hey, hey, hello. Alice in Art Supply Borderland. I love that. It's funny. Daydreaming, aka Alice in Art Supply Borderland. Oh, just saying hello. Yes. Hope to remember to put it on a list. I love lists. I have lists in my phone here, and then I have physical lists I write down on my calendar. Then I have little post-it notes for my non-negotiables. I have like little symbols that I created, and I just have them posted up throughout the house. Because if not, you forget. We're creatures of habit, and out of sight, out of mind. The whole toddler thing. Like where we create this or we develop object permanence, right? And we know that if someone puts something behind their back, it's still there, right? But as adults, I think we still don't have that real well. It's like if something is out of sight, it's just out of mind. Like we might know it exists if we think about it, but without thinking about it, it's the same thing. It's like it may as well not be there. So I like post-it notes. All the cliche things, they really work. I'm still here listening. Awesome. All right. I prefer CBD to CPT. CPT. Oh man, yeah, I know, right? Me too. THC is not bad either. And CBN. CBN is really good for sleep. But yeah, I love that it's legal where I live now, and you can grow it. And I really love the smell. It is so nice. They're all different, but like the lemons and the pine scents and I have this grape scent one. It's amazing. I'm happy, yet still frozen in fear. I thought I had to be unfrozen to be happy. What'd you know? Yeah, I know, right? That's the thing. It's like I can't imagine not being afraid. Like, and I hate that. I don't want to be like afraid all the time. And I know like a big part of like living in the moment, like how that whole saying, I get it. And a big part of it is true, like where the future worries and the past worries do create a lot of our anxiety and a lot of our fear. But if our current situation sucks, then that's creating fear and anxiety as well, right? So I think there is healthy escapism that can help us get through this and become a better person on the other side, Kind of like making jokes and laughing about shit situations, similar to that. I want to see that picture bigger. That looks like a big bite. That is cool. Inappropriate heifer. I have decompression things I do like puzzles and listening to historical documentaries. Uh, can't talk tonight. Sorry. Other than that, I just melt into the couch like those old weed commercials where she's like, She just melts down into the couch. Those are so stupid. Yeah, I like puzzles. I think I have a room now. That I've gotten rid of so much stuff that I could probably build a puzzle. It is relaxing. I like it. Oh, I definitely like it. I prefer CBD too. There we go. Yep, I agree. All right, Tina, I wish I knew what to do next. Maybe I'm already doing it. That is very true. It's like, I don't know, I don't think we always know what to do next. It's one of those things, and that's why I've tried to overthink it for so long and it's not worked, that now I'm like, I don't want to overthink it. I want to break life down into some simple parts and do the things that I know that are going to you know, improve myself. That's not real hard to do, daily. And just break it down to the basics. Because if you have a good foundation and it's like you're slowly improving, then everything else is going to come along with it and improve. It's like if I try to focus too much on one thing, it other things get thrown to the side, and then I backslide on those things, and like things are very what's the word I'm looking for? Like they work together, like very symbiotic, kind of, where you need this and that, and it works together to really create the change. So attacking just one thing doesn't often work for me in the long run, anyways. Sandy Wendy, I make goals for recreation, creativity, socializing, as well as academic and work stuff. That sounds like a really well-rounded thing to do. Like you hit a bunch of great things there. I like that. I want to do more of the recreation myself, like and socializing. Which now that I'm working outside of the home, I am getting socialized more. So that's good. And then yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. Inappropriate ever. I guess my old happy place was when my kids were little, and also when they went to their dad's on the weekends and I got out and socialized and had a blast with friends. It doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, I feel you there. I don't get out and like have like socialize with friends. I have friends on here, but like in real life, like physical, you know, friends, I don't really hang out with anyone. So that part sucks, as you get older, and especially if you grew up where you live, like you might know more people you know, but I don't live anywhere near where I grew up, so um, it is tricky, and I don't know. I really hope that you're able to, curate a new happy place, and that's what I'm working on now. It's really important. Think about it. Yep. Think about it. All right. CBT, Save My Daughter. Doesn't look fun to me, although I also love CBD. Yeah, I love both. I love to do CBT on CBD. Um, yeah, no, yeah, that's awesome. I like it. It's I mean, and that's a broad therapy modality in and of itself. I mean, but it includes, like with exposure therapy and everything. And I think exposure therapy is one of, if not the best for phobias. Um, I don't know about the DMT stuff or anything like that because I've not done it. But as far as all the ones I've tried, exposure therapy seems to be the best, along with exercise, and especially in the form of playful exercise. I really I need to get back to the Y more and do that. Like I miss being able to go and play with someone, because I could play pickleball and that was a lot of fun. But I need to get over there myself, by myself, and just shoot some hoops. And you know, it's good. It's good for me. I need to get that back going. I've done CBT. It's fine. LOL. Yeah, none of them are perfect. It's like you need a little bit of everything. Creepy. Hi. Um, wanted to say hi. Can't stay. Love and peace, friends. Love and peace back. All right. Zena Turner. The trauma therapy I'm doing now is the hardest shit I've walked through. I bet. Trauma therapy will get you. Like I said before, my sister is a therapist, and um, you know, she doesn't tell me obviously about her patients or anything, but she had to go through it herself when she was going through all the training and everything. And what do you call that when you're not job shadowing, but you have to working under someone for so long. And anyways, like they had to go through that for themselves. And she said it was very, very, very intense, but very um, helpful in the long run. So I think that if you stick with it and you do it, and I think it'll be a great thing for you. And if you find it's not, then you move on to the next thing because not everything works for everybody. That's for sure. I still yeah, play therapy and art therapy. Those are my two favorites. I hate exposure therapy. It's a bitch, but it does help, so I'm doing it. Everyone's saying hi. I love that. All right. Um, I said that it's true to me at this moment. It usually changes, but I'm hopeful. That's awesome. Being hopeful is fucking hard, isn't it? And that's like where if I focus too much on current situations of stuff, like I do lose a lot of hope. Whereas, um, if I just find things I enjoy and just kind of ignore the current suck, it makes things a little better. Um, which one is for sleep? CBN. I believe that's the one CBN, but a lot of them also myrazine, the terpene myrazine. If you find something that a strain that has a lot of myrazine, that is great. At least it's been great in my experience for sleep. Um, Trying to think of the name of this one I had last time. I can't remember it. There's so many different weird strains, but yeah. Um, I type, just gonna type that in here. Yeah, I like those. TC, the best is legal in VA too. That's awesome. Is it legal for you to grow? Are you allowed to grow it now? We're allowed to grow 12 plants per household. Um, and it smells so good. I'm like, that's my new happy place. Underneath a big frickin' bright light, with flowers. I'm a medical user, but don't smoke anymore. That's cool. Yeah, I just vape, which is like I use the flower, but I have a herbal vape. So like instead of the smoke, the fire, it just heats the flower up to the proper temperature and then releases vapor. So it's like super smooth and it's really tiny. But Sandy, CBD is good for sleep, but indica THC helps too. Let's see. Not a fan of change, which is funny because that's really what I need to do. Yeah, and speaking about change, it's like I find that with depression or anxiety, if I can change my environment, it does change my mind. Like I'm sitting here and doing something, and I'm really anxious about it. It's like I'm getting all this stimuli that I'm aware of and I'm not aware of. And just moving and getting up and moving around, it's like you start taking in new information, your body kind of resets. So it's like, I like that. All right. Is that like a highlight reel? LOL. Is what like a highlight reel? I missed something. Light real. Tampa B, did you cut your hair or just clean up the back? No, no, I cut my hair. Yeah, yeah. I posted a couple pictures of it. It's all messed up now because I've had this hat on today, but I did cut it. It feels a lot better. It looks a lot better after I fix it, but under hat hair. ADHD is a challenge for sure. Yeah, I know several people that struggle with ADHD, and it is. It's crazy how much that can really affect so many different aspects of your life. That's profound, Paul. Go back and listen to what you just said. Very powerful. Okay. I'll do that because yeah, I don't remember what I said. I will go back and rewatch this one later. Awesome. Thank you. So this is at 31 minutes. So I'll try to remember that. 31 minutes. Actually, you know what I'll do? Write it down. 'Cause when I write it down, I don't have to remember it. All right. Kelly, I've got to work on that socializing. Yeah. Me too. I think that's one of the things I like most about having this new job is that it's forcing me out to be more social. And there's like a lot of people that come in and out. Nat, sorry. Um, and that really helps. And it just, I don't know, it makes you feel more part of the community and more like, or less inside yourself, that derealization feeling really sets in when you're alone a lot, at least for me. Paul, how do you like your new job? I like it a lot. It's very cool. People come in and they paint pottery stuff, or like we have different birthday party stuff, different types of parties where they do canvas painting and things of that nature, which is really cool. And then we go to some different elementary schools and set up and have events. And um, they're working on something for the retirement home right now, which I hope works out because that would be awesome. I think the elderly people get overlooked a lot with stuff, so I definitely would want to be involved with that. That would be cool. So yeah, I think it's going really well, and um, I'm happy about that. My mouth's getting all dry. Me either, Paul. Everyone is here on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. And that's great. I mean, it does. Um, doesn't this count as socializing? It does to me. Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to get into. Yes, it does count as socializing. I think there's totally different types of socializing. There's socializing through email. You know, you could socialize, through phone calls, through YouTube, through, peer support groups like this community, we have here together. You can communicate on the lifeboat, and on Discord, socializing, for sure. And then there's, more intimate kind of what I would call intimate, socializing where you're seeing people face to face, whether that is like Zoom. Like I find you're gonna have a more solid connection seeing the person and you're socializing more that way as well. And then, another way would be in person physical touch and stuff like that, which is another type of socializing. And each one, adds more layers of complexity to it and more layers of like an availability of information you're getting from that person. Like if you're in person with someone, you're not only going to see them or hear them, you're going to smell them. You're going to like be able to touch them. You're going to be able to, sense energies off them, of some way or another. Um, it's so different. Like if it's just like you're getting this like three-dimensional, you know, representation of something versus a one-dimensional or a two-dimensional. So I think like the socializing is goes along with that, where there's different levels to socializing. And I think all of them have their place and they're all important. And when I say I want to socialize more, I am referring personally to in person. Like, because I do a lot of socializing online, and I love this stuff, but I don't do it enough in real life, so to speak, if you want to call it in real life, in person. I don't like in real life because this is real life, right? Fuck. So I want to get rid of that IRL shit. Instead of in real life, it needs to be like in person, just IP or something. Kelly, me too. Hence, I made a 2024 goal for it. Awesome. Yeah, I love goals. And then, like, when I make a goal, I like to make little, like things of like, what do I need to hit along the way? And then I like to, uh, what do they call that? Treat myself when I hit the little, uh, the little increments along the way, the little stickers in the road. So like, you want to do something for a year and it's like so every month, you do something for yourself for every 2 weeks or whatever. But it helps you like praise yourself in the journey. You don't have to wait until the very end. And I think that it helps me keep going. But maybe I'm just superficial and I like to give myself gifts. I don't know. Yes, this definitely counts. Awesome. We are in agreement there. Inappropriate ever. All right. Well, two friends from my hometown are taking me to brunch Wednesday. So yay for that. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. I have you know what I love, and I don't go out and eat or anything, but like I love going to Mexican restaurants because the atmosphere is so cool. Like I love the colors and like the shapes of stuff and the art and it's just really neat. So I wouldn't mind going there with someone sometime. That would be cool. All right, daydreaming. It counts for me too. Awesome. Yes, we are all socializing. This is absolutely socializing. Yes. Is this what is CBT? Cognitive behavioral therapy. It's a type of therapy. Um, I do believe exposure therapy drops or is within that whole bubble, but it's a type of therapy, and it's really common. All right, Zena Turner. I moved home 6 years ago, and my friends want far too much from me. Yeah. We can only give what we can give. And I think the important thing is when we're honest with our friends about that kind of stuff, because I've been blown off a lot by people, and in the past, I've been very hurt by it, and like, or like I've been angry about it, or just like, well, fuck them. But then after over time, like, and my experiences, I've learned like, well, they just don't have the bandwidth to even respond to certain things, like and that sucks. But it's like I'm being more understanding with other people's shit, and and with that, it's like if they would just tell you though, hey, like I don't have the bandwidth for this right now, like or like I'm struggling with some shit, I'm not going to be as responsive, just to let you know that it it really means a lot to the other person. I wish they do that, for to me or would have, and I try to do that to other people. Like if I know like I'm not going to be able to get back to someone for a little while, like I'm going to let them know that ahead of time, and then it's like if I do get back to them sooner, cool. But if not, like they don't have the expectation of like I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this, this, this. We have to know our limitations so that we don't go off the end of the cliff, so to speak. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Yes. All right, Sandy Winnie. I'm joining a beginning. Oh, cool. Pickleball class. When I get to California next week. That's awesome. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. Um, I miss playing all the time. Like I still get to play sometimes, but not like I was. We were going to play like 3 to 5 days a week, and it's a lot of fun. and like we don't take it real serious, like like kind of thing, but like we have fun with it, and you get like breathing heavy, and you're running around, and it's such good exercise and funny at the same time. So it's awesome. Let me know how you like it. Inappropriate heifer, yes. It only took me telling them I was being tested for leukemia for it to happen, though. I did the emojis you wrote down. Yeah, that does suck. And kind of like what I was talking about earlier, like we all get into our own shit, and we all are really struggling, and it doesn't make it okay to neglect other people, but it makes it understandable how people do fall away and they get absorbed into their own suck. Just talking bluntly here. They get caught up in their own shit, and we forget about other people that we do genuinely care about because out of sight, out of mind. And that's why I really, really try to make it a point to check in with people like as often as I can. And it's like, even if I can't maybe respond right back, it's like I will respond, and I do generally care and want to know, and I want other people to know, like, hey, like someone's thinking about you, and I think that's important. And I wish, and that's why, talking about everything I talk about with mental health and, killing the stigma around it is that do you like being like in this situation and them going through their shit, like whatever they might be going through. It's kind of like if they were able to communicate that with you before, like it goes for 6 months or whatever that you haven't hung out with the people, right? It's like it just makes it so much easier to. It's not so emotionally like personal. I don't take things so personally if I know, hey, they're going through something hard versus like if they just don't tell you anything and ghost you. That's really hurtful and really, really upsetting. I mean, just like I don't know. People don't have. I don't know if it's like the words or they don't have the whatever you want to call it. Like the ability to express themselves well enough emotionally or through their own viewpoint of like what's going on. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say here. See, it can become difficult, but it's like I can express myself very well, like what I'm going through. It makes it a little harder if I'm trying to think of a way someone else might be thinking and express that. So I'll say it this way. For me, if I know I'm going through hard shit, I let people know that, care about me or that I care about, and that then they know, hey, like maybe I should check in on him a little bit more often, or, hey, if he doesn't get out to me, like it's not me, it's because he's going through some difficult shit. And that's hard for me to tell them that ahead of time, but in the long run, it's better for our relationship, you know, and it's better for uh, society in general, to be more open about it. Sandy Wendy, I was a violent crime victim years ago, but I never had therapy for that. I think I ought to. Yeah, that's one of those things that, yeah, I definitely think therapy is very beneficial for stuff like that. And the type of therapy, I don't know what would be best for you, like, because we're all different, But if you feel that, I think yes, look into it because oftentimes we know what we need, and sometimes it takes validation externally, or sometimes like signs, we'll see things or things will pop up, and it's like, like you just feel it inside, like you have that gut feeling of like I don't want to do this, but I think I should. And oftentimes, like if you think you should do something but you don't want to do it, that's a good indication you probably should. Like if it's not an easy thing. um Zena, that's why I have no friends. It's exhausting. Yeah, it can be very exhausting in real life. Or see, I want to get rid of that in person. It can be very exhausting in person. Sandy Wearingly, awesome. I haven't played that yet. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really miss it. CBN, yes, CBN, and then that's not how you spell it. Let me double check it so I spell it right. I'm not the greatest speller either, and there's so many different names for things. Here it is. I will type it in the chat for you very slowly. I'm just kidding. Oh, and I miss did it. Sorry. Yes, myrcene or mycene, however you want to say it. It says increases barbiturate sleeping time, demonstrating the terpene's probabilities as a sedative. In high amounts, they may sedate, sedate, and decrease locomotion. But what if I want to do the locomotion with you? It's also anti-inflammatory effects. Researchers have found that myrazine had anti-inflammatory properties on the cells while it also slows damage and disease progression. Yes, I love myrazine. Whenever I buy stuff, I try to see whatever the highest level of that is, and I go for that because my anxieties are up here. So if I do heavy myrazine indica shit, then my anxieties can come down here a little bit. You know what I mean? Um, or if you want to go to sleep at night, CBN and with it is great too. But yeah, myrazine. All right, Tampa. I mean, it's the truth. They are testing me, but like all of a sudden they won't make it happen. I hope that's not the only reason, but it's frustrating. Yeah, you're right. And I get that. I hate that shit too. It's like and what's worse is if I guess you would have said that and then they still didn't reach out and do anything. That'd been even worse. Um But I hope you have a great time. You're a great person and really fucking hilarious. So I'm sure that they want to hang out with you. I doubt, they weren't contacting you because they didn't want that, I think therapy would help, Sandy. I love this hug emoji. I wish that like when you like on Facebook and shit, like where you can do the heart or a smiley face or a frowny face, blah blah blah. I wish they had the option to do the hug. Awesome. Awesome. All right. There you go. Tampa B. Well, they can celebrate with you when you get your results. There you go. Brazzy girl. Hi. Hi, Polly. Hi. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. We talking about all kinds of stuff today. Let's see. Scrolling down, people are saying hi to each other. That's awesome. All right, Tampa B. So that's why I do that. Extreme anxiety for me too. Yeah, I'm not a fan of extreme anxiety. All right. Your haircut is cute. Thank you very much, Sandy. I appreciate it. I like it a lot. It's a lot easier to take care of, a lot cheaper because I don't have to use as much shampoo and stuff. So that's good. All right. I was recently in a program that was supposed to help with anxiety and fear to go to the dentist, but they decided I was too afraid, so they couldn't help me. Very uplifting. Not. That's lame. That's really lame. I'm sorry. Dude, the dentist can be freaky. And not everyone has access to a dentist that does sedation. And that's more expensive. So that really sucks. I'm prescribed Klonopin for my panic attacks. And whenever I go to the dentist, I have to take one. Or like, yeah, I'll have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. I do differentiate because one's way worse than the other. But yeah, I went to a dentist once and I started having some anxiety and I was like, I just need to get up for a second, like get some water, I'll come right back. Like and I got up and I went in, got some water, took, Klonopin and came back and sat down and I was like, I just needed a minute to catch my breath and stuff. And he's like, I can't see you. Like I'm like, what? And it's like he refused to see me because I was having a panic attack and I got over it and came back. He's like, yeah, because if you like freak out when I'm doing this, like that could be bad, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm okay. Like I'm telling you, I'm okay now. Like this is, like, but he said I have to go somewhere where they did sedation and blah blah blah, and it's very very not cool. And I couldn't afford to go somewhere else that does sedation things. So, anyways, long story short, I ended up finding another dentist, and they did it, and I didn't have any problem. Like they had a much better bedside manner. But did you ever find help for your dentist, like phobia, anxiety, whatever you want to call it? I know you're not alone. I'd say the majority of Americans have fear of the dentist in some way or another. Tampa B, hubby, hubby, I voted for short. That's great. Mr. McStudman. Oh, that's cute. All right. Maya, what? That's mental. I like that word, mental. Right? That is. All right. Have you tried CBD for anxiety, not THC? Yes. I have tried the CBD. And I find the CBN uh, mixed with the CBD to be better than like just CBD alone. Um, it does help with the anxiety some, and then again, it also like even with the CBD, like it comes from different strains. So like certain not all CBDs equal, you know, um, and stuff. But yeah, you can also get the stuff where it's like very low THC, and then like it has CBD and CBN in it, and you can get flour or obviously the drip or whatever, the liquid stuff. I find it helpful. Did you find it helpful for your anxiety, or are you just curious like if any one of us have? All right. Zena, I know, I was shocked. Yeah, that's some lame stuff. All right. Sandy Wendy, what a fun place to work. Yeah, it is. And they're very cool. Very good people. Can I see at Kazi's messages? I do not. Where is, let me see. Oh, I have top chat. It should be on live chat. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Kazi. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why she doesn't appear in here like everyone else does. Um, all right, Kazi, sorry about not I don't know why you're not pulling up on the other stream. All right. Not watching or following the news and politics is part of my mental health plan. Yeah, that's a good one. I really like that. Yeah, it's most of what's going on is either bullshit, not all of it, or we can't do anything about it, right? All right, if you change top chat to live chat, yep, you might see all messages. Mine haven't been read. I assume Paul isn't seeing them. Yes, I am sorry. I I never I never I never changed that. It always just goes to top chat and then over here everyone I thought pulled up. I gotta remember to do that. Who can see the messages? All right, cool. Yes, I got that. Make sure I see all your other ones. I hate missing messages. Um, all right, cool. So now we are good. I'm sorry about that. I'm always learning something new, right? So, let's see, you're going down here. Yep, and then they're telling me there. All right, awakened. By the looking glass reflection. That's cool. I caught you live. Hi. Yes. How are you doing today? It's 4:28 where I am now. Saying hi to Tampa B. All right. Maya. Yes, talking to Barbara. It didn't feel that good to be told that I'm too effed up that the experts can't help. Yeah, that's messed up. That's really messed up, and I hate that. I hate that for you. Did you finally get to find someone else that could help you though? I went through hypnotherapy years ago for my panic attacks, and it did help a lot, surprisingly. And I'd like to try to do that again. See if see if it could help. All right, Tampa B. I was told because I'm a busy mom with three children, it was just stress. I need spine surgery. Lovely. Oh man, I needed spine surgery. Yeah, that's not good. Um, yeah, that shit hurts. Your back is so important. It's like, I mean, it holds us all, it holds everything up, and it's like your spine it's sending so many signals. It's like super vital, super vital. So many doctors don't listen to their patients, unfortunately, and especially not women or, like anyone that, like people of color and stuff, like they don't listen to them. It's like, don't take them serious. I hate that. Tampa B, how many doctors sent me to someone else that also had no answers is ridiculous. One test gave an answer, but they were all sure it was in my mind. Assuming. Yeah, I hate that. I hate it's like total lack of validation, total lack of them thinking you know yourself at all. And it's like, oh, they went to school for, 10 years and spent all this money, so they know better than you do that spent your entire life with yourself. And, or, you might know a thing or two about yourself. And of course, there are plenty of people out there that are very unself-aware, you know what I mean? But there are plenty of us that are very self-aware about things, and especially people that have went through trauma, have went through, anxiety and depression and, real kind of stressful shit. Like we end up learning and getting to know ourselves and our body and our sensations and what things mean really well. And I think the doctor should listen more to that. Awakened. The guilt of doing that. I'm tired. I have to ghost out then. There is drama and it looks like I am not their friend. My friendship, my person should not be held to other pers blah, 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 perceptions. I'm sorry, my mouth is so dry. Held to others' perceptions. I know who I am. Yeah, definitely, no one should be held to like other people's like perceptions of yourself or like how they think you should be. I think that representing yourself and the however you are is what's important. And it's like if people accept you for who you are and what you are able to bring to a relationship or any kind of relationship, friendship, romantic, whatever, family, professional, and they're okay with that, then it's like don't try to change you. You know what I mean? It's like be there, support each other, love each other, but I think acceptance is really important and not feeling like you have to change for someone else is also very important. Yeah, is very bad, Maya. Mhm. All right, a weekend. I do me. LOL. Just tired of that not being enough. I wish I could stop thinking about others. It's hard, but I'm tired of my FFF being triggered. Yeah, I hate that feeling of like you want to be, or I'll speak for myself. I want to be liked by, other people, and I don't want to put other people off. I don't want to be, like seen in a poor light, I guess. Like, so you end up being more of a people pleaser. Like, or I end up being more of a people pleaser. And it's not healthy and it's not beneficial for either party in the long run and not beneficial for me at all. So, um, yeah, it's so important to be yourself, and I'm really trying to not care what other people think of me. And I think I've made really good efforts this year to do that. I mean, I'm putting myself out on here and talking about, a bunch of real shit. So it's like, you know, even though there's part of me obviously that still really cares what people think, um, I'm doing the shit anyways, and I think over time then I'll care less. Um, it's past, thank goodness. I never really think about it anymore. Um, got a respectful diagnosis. That's good. All right, Wiccan. Last night I sat and cried, scared, cry. Yeah, and and felt like I had nobody to go to. That's not what we are supposed to be about. No, that isn't. And I'm sorry you went through that. It's not something that humans are like ingrained to experience alone. We are social creatures and we definitely need peer support. We need people we can talk to, we can reach out to. And if we don't have someone that we can reach out to in those moments, we do feel very scared, very isolated, very alone. And, we start, or I start, losing hope and a desire to be here. It's like, because if you're miserable, why stay in a miserable existence? So yes, I sympathize with that, and I want other people to reach out to other people more often, and I hope that you can develop, a peer support group of like people you can contact when you're going through that, and it's like if you need to talk to someone or whatever, you know, um, because no one should need to be scared and cry alone. Um, my email is always in the description of the thing, a typical Paul email at gmail.com if you want to ever need to email or talk or whatever. But it is really important to develop good peer support groups where you can, support one another, be there for one another. Tampa B, awakened. You're good enough. Don't be the jackass that thinks you aren't good enough. You need more people on your team. Yes, very true. Good cheerleading statement. Definitely. I know I'm good enough, just hard because I draw energy vampires. Yeah, that's a good word for it, energy vampires. Yeah. It's like people that only um only take and never, uh, give back to the situation. And it is so draining. So very, very draining. Awakened, I feel that way too, much. I can lift you when you need it, and you can lift me when I need it. Friends. Exactly. And that's what it's about, and when we are there for one another, it's we don't have to be alone. It's a win-win. And a win-win is a good thing. I just absolutely adore you, Tampa B. Oh, that's awesome. All right, sounds effective. All right, it's going down. People are talking to one another, which is awesome. Oh, Cat. Hi, Cat. Welcome. Cat, happy to see you in here. All right, Tampa B. Man, this therapy stuff keeps getting brought up. Okay, already. It's funny. Tree hugging Buddhist. Hello. How you doing? People saying hi. I'm late, so you can probably already said it. You've said it. Wanted to know how your new job is going, Paul. Yes, but I can give you the spew real quick. It's going really good. People are really nice. People come in, they paint pottery stuff, and we help them out with that. We have like party area for, kids will have like birthday parties or adults do parties back there, and paint that or paint canvases. We go to elementary schools and you know, do little events and everything. So it's been fun learning stuff. It's good for me for exposure therapy, being around more people and talking and socializing. So, um, that's a good thing. I appreciate you asking, Kat. Tampa B, I don't mind Dennis. I just mind making the call and leaving the house. Yeah. I love getting my teeth cleaned, that kind of thing. I don't, I hate the feeling when they numb you. I hate that feeling that like, of like, and I feel stuck. And it's just, and you're stuck in that situation until it wears off. You have no control over it. No fun. All right. Dentists are scary. They can be. Little Shop of Horrors. You ever remember? Did you ever watch that? That one guy like loved it. Weirdo. All right. Dang it. I had to pause and catch up again. All good and appropriate. All right. Kelly B. I'm back. My son came by. Oh, that's cool. I hope you had a good visit and he's doing well. All right. I switched to all and now I see you. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I had to switch to the all. All right. I gotta go. I hope some people saw the info about 3 p.m. stream audit auction in Portland. All right. I, it's weird that it only pulls up when I hit the live like chat. It only pulls it up on one side. So it doesn't pull it up on my right side where I can click the comments. It only picks it up on the left side. So it's like going back and forth. So I apologize if I miss people or miss things. 3 p.m. I didn't see that. I was looking at it. What's the 3 p.m. thing? I did not see it. Scrolling back up on this side. Trying to talk so there's no dead air. Because dead air sucks. Doopy doopy doopy. Alright, I think I got it. Alright, after going to experts, my fear of going to the dentist got worse. They was supposed to help me fix my teeth, but now they threw me out of the program, so now I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Do you have dental insurance? I know that's a up in the air question nowadays. I do not. So it's like you pay out of pocket, and that shit's expensive. And then even if you do have dental insurance, not all of them cover sedation. And then if they do, you have to find one that's close enough that you can go to, but that is a possible option depending on your finances and your insurance. If I could afford it or had the insurance to do it, that's what I would do. I'd just be like, sedate me, do my thing, and let's go. All right. Top versus live kills me, especially in TBL. People think we ignore. But when not in slow mode, it's so hard. YouTube sabotage. Yeah, it is. I feel you. It is, and it's weird because like on live chat, it only pulls it up on the left side, but on OBS on the right side, it doesn't show me all of it. It still is only showing me the top chat. This is very interesting. Wait, what did I just see? Okay, that's hilarious. Someone forgot their key, and I need to let them in. I will be right back. I apologize. I'll let you see this. Wow. All right, and I'm back. Let me know when I played that "Be Right Back" thing. Could you hear the sound? And that was hilarious. She did not take her key when she left, um, and had to let her in. So apologize for that interruption, but all good. Live TV or not TV, but you never know what's going to happen. Tree hugging Buddhist. The older I get, the less inclined I am to seek medical help. I wonder, um, I wonder why that is. I don't want to speculate. Why do you think that is? All right, Kat. You got the right. You got that right. Doctors don't listen to women. I've had horrible headaches for over 10 years. Ah, fuck. I finally got my doctor to agree to order an MRI on my neck, so hopefully this week. Fuck yeah. I hope that helps you. I'm actually Tuesday going to my orthopedic specialist, and we're going to be scheduling a MRI to do on my shoulder and inside my elbow here because I fucked it up over a year ago, but because I have, my pacemaker here popping out. Yep, you can see it. Anyways, I couldn't get an MRI, but when I got my new pacemaker, the upgraded ones, you can get an MRI with these new pacemakers. So I'm excited about that because I can finally see what's going on with my shoulder and my tendons in my elbow, and maybe get it fixed. It's been nuts. All right, Tampa B, you have to be your own best advocate. Can't say anything better than that. 100% agree. Definitely have to be your own advocate because they will avoid you or they forget about you. You fall through the cracks. There's so many people that need help and so little people that are doing the helping. All right. My they can give you laughing gas and some other sedatives. I think there is only one other place there that can give you that. Yeah, I'm not sure what all places do it, but I know like around here there's always an ad for the dentist and it's like the only dentist around with IV sedation. So like they sedate you through the IV like if you were going to be getting an endoscopy or something, you know. Uh but do they still do laughing gas? I didn't know that. Um Awakened. I didn't know that about the boat. Good to know. Kazari is only one I know that happens to. There's obviously more. Yeah, like on here, she's the only one that I've found where, you, where I can't see her on the right side, only on the left side, which is odd. I'll have to Google that, see if I can figure it out. That was the test that saved me. Oh, nice. Yeah, MRIs can tell a lot. Definitely can tell a lot. The people, you all from the boat saved me the past few months. That's awesome. I feel the same way. It's like, 'cause I didn't have much connection at all, and it's been really awesome. Really, really awesome. Can't wait to hear your results. Yeah, definitely keep us posted. We all want to know. All right, Brazzy girl. No, I haven't. I'm asking for a friend. LL. Yeah. Um, yeah, the CBD can definitely help. I'm curious, like, I don't know what the legalities are in Canada for it. I think, didn't you guys decriminalize or legalize cannabis in Canada? Is it all of Canada or just part of it? Kelly, you saved me as well. Last few months. Thank you. Oh, I love that. All right, Sandy Wendy, I really like this channel. You are all so cool. Yeah, I love it too. And I really love that, it's a conversation. I don't just get on here and just ramble about myself and stuff. Like I do like think of something ahead of time that I want to kind of say and then just say it off my dome and then we talk and chat and I like that a lot. All right. Poet's the best. Love that guy. Yeah, Poet is cool. Was he on here? Because I did not see him if he was. Someone probably mentioned him and I missed it. All right. That's awesome. That is funny. I'm going to get rid of that. Do. All right. That's awesome, Paul. I'm happy you found a good fit for your job. It sounds very fulfilling. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. All right. Love the Little Shop of Horrors, especially the first version with Jack Nicholson. Yes, definitely. That is the best. It is awesome. I really like it. All right. I thought I saw a name. I guess I didn't, but he's great. Yeah, he is. No doubt about that. All right. That's a riot. That was pretty funny, yes. All right, let's hear it. Chelsea. Same happened to me years ago. I plugged in my curling iron to stay warm. Oh, that's great. All right. Yeah, we got the music. Awesome. And I just like made that real quick before I went live today, so it worked out. I was like, I don't know, I might someday need that. Came in handy today. I don't live in the US, so it is different here. No dental insurance, have to pay everything out ourselves. That sucks. Yeah, dental insurance here is very vague and very like scarce. Like I don't I know like maybe two people with dental insurance. Most people do not. I think all insurance should come with dental insurance. It's a big part of your body, and your teeth get fucked up, it can get into your bloodstream and mess everything up. All right, a weekend. I had to go take care of the old man. LOL. Now I have to go to the meeting. Thanks for being here and letting me jump in, y'all. Yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. All right. All right, Badoo. Awesome. Great. Yeah, we definitely will want to know. And yeah, it's a big thing and causes so many ants. Automatic negative thoughts. Yep, you got that right. Oh, I hate ants. Those pesky ants. Yeah. I am working on a mascot, literally, the anti-ant APT. That's great. Not apartments. The anti-ant. That's hard to say. The anti-ant. I like it. All right. I agree. So many horrible doctors. Yeah. And so little training and like things they should be trained in, like bedside manners. And how about nutrition for a couple things. A weekend, hilarious and cool. My hubby works with cardiovascular surgeons. The stories. Oh wow. Yeah, I bet. I don't think I'd want to hear those stories, seeing as I have to use cardiologists from time to time. I was a nurse for 25 years and have been seen the good, the bad, and the really, really ugly, Barbara. Yeah, I bet. If you were there 25 years, I'm sure you've seen all kinds of shit. Oral health equates to cardiovascular health. Strange but true. 100%. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I mean, like cardiovascular health. And then it's like, yeah, I mean, if it poisons your bloodstream, like it can really mess with you bad. I mean, you can end up dying. You get plaque into your arteries and shit. It's crazy. All right, Kat. I have a really good dental insurance through work. I've been pushing my adult kids to get any and all needed dental work before they turn 26. Yeah, and can't be on my insurance anymore. That is an amazing advice. That's amazing advice. I hope they do it. I hope they do it. All right, tree hugging Buddhist. My mom was a nurse. Bless you, sweet nurse. Yeah, I love nurses. They're freaking awesome. They really do like hard ass work and they're overworked. And I don't think they should be able to work longer than like 10 hours at a time. And that's pushing it, really. I mean, like they need to rotate. They need rest. Same thing with doctors. Like they'll put them on these 12-hour shifts or like 16-hour shifts. And it's like you can't function properly after you've worked like 9 hours, maybe. You're not functioning properly, you know? Um, so I think the doctors and nurses really, um, we need more of them. They need to be paid better and they need to be treated better. Plaque is plaque. True, true. And it's gross either way. Kelly B, I have really good dental through my Medicare. I'm about to have some work. That's awesome. Oh, nice. So you must have, what is it, Medicare with Part D, I think? Because I have Medicare, but I don't have dental insurance. They have where you can get a cleaning once a year, and that's it, which is better than nothing. All right. Let's hear. Never thought about spouses. Interesting perspective. The little gnat's killing me. All right. The damn little gnat. All right. The spouse have to live with them. Yep. I don't know. You know, when I was a little kid, my dad did plumbing, electric, remodeling kind of work, right? And there was a couple, and he worked for Hanna-Barbera, and he is a big time like lawyer down, in the city. I forget what state it was, but big city lawyer he was, and his wife liked the farm, so his wife, I don't know why I'm doing that voice, but yeah, so his wife stayed on the farm in Withamsville, and then he stayed in another state all week long and had his own house. And then on the weekend, he would come there, or she would go New York. I think he was in New York. Could be wrong, but I think he was in New York. Anyways, so then on the weekend, he would come there, or she would go to where he was, and they would do it that way. And evidently, it worked really well for them. They lived and man, I don't know how old they were when they finally died, but the last I had heard of them, they were in their 80s, still married, still living separate. What works, works, right? If you can afford it. Shit, it's hard enough to afford one house nowadays. Students should have had a huge test they had to pass that decided if they were suited to be doctors before they could get into medical school. Yeah, that would be cool. And not just like, are you smart enough to do it? Not that kind of test, but like, are you a sociopath? Do you have empathy? Do you have sympathy? Are you able to make common sense decisions? Doctor spouses definitely get left behind a lot. I bet. I bet that would be really freaking hard. In the UK, we're supposed to all have access to a NHS subsidized dentist, but there aren't enough NHS dentists to cope. Yeah, I've wondered about that. And on in that, thinking about that there, is it because do you think it's because there's too many like the population's too high, or do you think it's because you need more of the dentists? And if it's because you need more dentists, is it because the dentists like don't get paid enough there? Like for instance, in the United States, like dentists get paid pretty good money. I don't know what they make in the UK, so I'm curious, like through the NHS subsidized program, like do dentists get paid like a lot less, so it's not incentivized enough for people to become dentists? All right. Who wants to be the last patient at the yeah of the day and for surgery? Exactly. Yeah, that's when you end up with a little like almond joy stuck in your chest or something, or a little junior mint in your gut. I remember you saying that, Kelly. That's what I did mostly. Yes, Humana. Okay, cool. Nice. That's really great. I loved home health. Did you do home health, or are you referring to like having someone come out for you? I I know with Medicare, like you can have someone come out and give you a screening, I think. Pardon me. once a year, and then they give you money for letting them do that. I was like, this is fucking weird, but okay. Police as well, a test. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, um, totally agree with that. Yes, Maya, I love that idea. Yeah, definitely. Like anyone that has the power to take life should have to pass a good test of cognitive, uh, abilities, whether or not they're a sociopath, psychopath test, whether they have sympathy, empathy, whether they are able to communicate properly with people. Some obviously I'm just thinking off the top of my dome here, but there should be some kind of test thing that we could put together as a nation where it's like you have to pass these things so we make sure that you're not going to be some crazy nurse that goes out and ends up killing a bunch of patients because you want to. Like that literally happened, not too awful long ago. That lady was sentenced for all that shit. It's crazy. Um, I agree. All right, Kelly, my daughter is about to start that part-time putting herself through PA school. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations. I I've thought about going back to school, and if I can get some help with paying for it, I might do that. I really think cybersecurity would be really cool. I love tech. I love computer stuff. I could work from home or like in whatever, anywhere. It'd be cool. There would probably be a lot more docs doing research. Yeah. Let's see here. I think you're right. Kat, I do know that in medical school they push them to work on no sleep as part of the program. Kind of dumb. They should just work shorter shifts. Yeah, exactly. It's like they're doctors. They tell us how important sleep is and how not sleeping is like smoking a bunch of cigarettes or drinking this or whatever, And it's like if you takes 5 years off your life if you only sleep 4 hours a night and all this stupid, stuff they say, but then them themselves aren't allowed to sleep. It's like it makes no sense. They should be able to rotate. I mean, the hours are there, the people are there. They just need to schedule it differently. It's pretty stupid. Tree hugging Buddhist. If anything like you, if she is anything like you, Barbara, she is great at it, caring and empathetic. Yes, I can't say it better myself. Let's see here. One. Okay. All right. I myself was a home health nurse. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I bet that'd be a really rewarding job. Very rewarding job. No, not a smart test, but are you a decent human being with compassion, can listen and care for others kind of test. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And are you a sociopath? Do you have empathy? I agree. My daughter isn't a nurse. She'd probably be with one. Daughter isn't a nurse. She'd probably be with one. I daydreaming. Oh, pop over here. Make sure I'm not missing anything over there. Okay. Dentists can earn more. Okay, daydreaming. Cool. Dentists can earn more with private patients than they can treating just NHS patients. Some of our NHS doctors also work in the private sector too. Okay, so that's what it's thinking. It's similar here to like if people have Medicaid, they can see dentists and doctors that take Medicaid, and those doctors will also take Medicaid and private insurance. And what ends up happening, even though it's not supposed to, is doctors will, prioritize the private paying people because they get paid quicker. Why? Because Medicaid pays too slow. Medicare pays too slow. I bet it's the same thing over there where it's like NHS probably just pays too slow. And that's stupid. And it can be remedied really quickly. They need to get out of the dark ages. Like so many of these government agencies are working on like computers with Windows 95, faxing shit, and then literally taking mail and like delivering it to places. It's ignorant. Yes, please too. Yes, please too. All right. Oh, doo-ba-doo. I'm gonna scroll down and get the rest of these read, and then I'm gonna jump off here and make some food. Kelly reminds me of Reese and Fred. Just mutual respect for people. That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to find someone like they seem like the way he loved her or she loved him like that. I would love to find someone like that. That'd be awesome. It's ridiculous. The weird hours doctors work. My husband is a surgeon and often gets 24-hour shifts. What? That's so ridiculous. It's like, okay, if you play a video game for 4 hours or something, like you start to like mess up. You start to be like, oh. If you're like doing surgical work, like, and you're running around and you're looking at stuff close for 12 hours, you're gonna be loopy. At 20, how, I don't know. That's just so ridiculous. I think like I would love to be part of a change to that system. I don't know how, but like I don't know, start a petition.org thing. Like they need to have less hours. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for it. I hate that shit. And that's is a big part of why so many people get hurt in the hospitals. All these, you know, deaths caused by surgery. I bet just pulling this out of my ass, but I bet 70% of that stuff could be equated to lack of sleep, you know, or not having the proper staff, enough staff. All right, let's see here. Here, truck drivers can only drive for 8 hours or something before they have to rest, but a brain surgeon can work 24 hours. It is nuts. Yes, it is nuts. It is insane. It is unbelievable. And I only believe it because we're in America. But no, I mean, things are fucked up all over. Yeah, you're right. They did. They changed that. Now you can only drive for 8 hours, and that makes sense. Like they're barreling down the road, and these freaking, multi-ton vehicles carrying a bunch of cargo, and they can kill a bunch of people. And so, yeah, they make sure they only can work 8 hours. Might that apply to someone that's giving you heart surgery or brain surgery? Sandy Waney, that's a long time to stay awake and alert. Yeah, that is. That's some bull crap. There's a book called The Psychopath Test. Highly recommend. Screenshot. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. I love book recommendations. All right, Sandy Wendy. It's not a win-win. It's so obvious. That it's wrong for everyone. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is very, very crazy. I will look for it, Sandy. Awesome. Yeah. Me too. Tree hugging Buddhist. Paul, I'm almost done with your painting. Oh, cool. Do you want me to mail now or wait until you relocated? No, you can mail it now because I will be here for at least 3 more months. That's minimum. We I'm still waiting on paperwork, and once that paperwork is filed, we have basically 3 months. So plenty of time, and I need to get out my painting stuff. I had packed it all up, and you know, things shifted, but anyways, it's not hard to get to. I just need to get it out on my next off day and start sketching, get something ideas painted down. I haven't done it in a while. I make no sense half the time. Well, that means you make sense half the time, right? Brazzy Girl, yes, it's legal. Pot shops far outweigh the liquor stores now. A shop is 2 doors down from me called Bananas. Oh, that's great. I love the name Bananas. And I think that's better. Like, I would rather have pot stores than liquor stores. Because I'll tell you, I would rather have someone smoke and drive. Not that I want them to do that, but I'd rather have them do that than I would drink a bunch of whiskey and drive. Totally two different impairments. You know, um, and it's like trying to compare concrete and tennis shoe. All right, tree hugger, have you talked about painting before? I can't remember. I paint too. Yeah, I'll let tree hugger answer that. But yeah, you both paint, which is really cool. And yeah, Tampa does those acrylic, fluid art stuff, and I really like that. I really like that. It's very cool. We have at work we have a splat room that will be opening up in spring where you go in and like have the canvases and like you can splat like paint all over it and like spin stuff and it looks fun. Right. Oh wow, is there a play I can see it? Is there a play I can see it? For which thing? I must have missed something. Oh, place I can see it? I'm guessing. Yeah, Tampa is on Instagram. Oh, painting. Yeah. I only know watercolor. Yeah, watercolor is gorgeous though. If you're gonna do just one, watercolor is awesome. I do watercolor and acrylic. But lately I've been really into pottery stuff over the last year since I took that functional pottery class and then been taking Friday classes a lot. Over the last several months I haven't had the money to go do it. But I want to get back into it. That's awesome. So a lot of people here paint. Watercolor seems too hard for me. Um, it is totally different, but there's so many different types of watercolor too, which is awesome. It's like there's watercolor pencils, so like you can take the color pencil and it's like you draw color with the color pencil, then you take your wet brush and you put it down and it makes it like the watercolor. And then you have like watercolor markers, and then you have actual watercolor palettes, and then there's like watercolor um that's like almost like a whippy consistency. Like there's so many different watercolors. It's pretty cool. I think my favorite ones are just the old school palette ones. And then I've got some different ones. I have like some metallic ones and some like bright colored ones and some glittered ones. I just have to get them all back out. But oh, let me ask you, tree hugging Buddhist, when you watercolor, do you ink first and then do your watercolor paint, or do you watercolor paint and then do your ink over it? And what pen do you like to use for your inking? I'm curious about that because it looks really good. All right, Maya, I'm serious. It's too detail oriented. It's it's one of those things. It can be very detail oriented. Um, or it can be abstract, just like any other kind of painting stuff. But I do like it. It's very cool. But if you use too much water, you're getting a hole in your paper. But let's see here. All right, Tempa B. When's that one portrait you were working on going to be done? Yeah, portraits are super hard. I cannot do portraits. I could do an abstract portrait. I could probably do that one. But see here if I know it's on a delay. I'm trying to see if Tree Hugger answers the thing. Okay, here we go. Paint a thin pen, and I just use microns because they are waterproof. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you. I was curious about that. When I do it, I've tried it both ways, but the inking over it seems to be better because like the ink then is more pronounced. So that's cool. And microns. I think I actually have microns. I'll have to look. It's also in my Rubbermaids that I packed all up. Nice. Okay. I struggle to get it done. I almost fear to get it done. Yeah, I like it is hard for me personally, like when I'm doing some kind of art project to really be done ever. Like, and I think it's just because I'm never satisfied with it. I'm always like, oh, I could change this or this should be better, but then sometimes you go overboard and it just you know, it's like you ruin it. You overdo it. I suck at sketching. Really, I'm surprised. Because all your watercolor stuff's so gorgeous. So I'm surprised. I bet you don't suck at it. You probably are being hard on yourself. But I'm going to go. I'm going to get some food, and I work tomorrow, and that should be cool. Um, I don't know when I will go live next. I'll have to look at my schedule tomorrow for work. And then I'll figure out when I'll go live next, and then I'll post it in the community tab like I did before, and then whoever is on the email chain, I'll email you before I go live as well. And then if you have any questions like ever, for me, or think about stuff, you're more than welcome to bring them to the next live, and or anything, any topics like that you want to talk about. This is, not my show. All right, let's hear. Maya, then you just don't think about it for a while, and hopefully no one else reminds you. I like that. LOL, I want to get done at one point. Yes, exactly. It's one of those things. Have a great day tomorrow. Thank you. You too. Great chat, Cat. Yes. I appreciate you all, and I thank you, and I hope you all have a great night.